From Gary Lezak at NBC Action Weather Plus, this is Staying Safe in Tornado Alley.
Good evening and welcome to our Staying Safe in Tornado Alley special. I'm Chief Meteorologist Gary Lezak with the best weather team in Kansas City.
I'm meteorologist Brett Anthony. For the past 8 years in a row, we've been providing you with Kansas City's most accurate forecast. Tonight, we are getting you prepared for severe weather season.
I'm meteorologist George Waldenberger. Tornadoes are fascinating to watch and study, but they're also dangerous. Tonight, I'll be talking about the science of tornadoes and what weather elements it takes for a tornado to form.
And I'm meteorologist Jeff Penner, and with Gary, we'll explain why we are in Tornado Alley and what is going on with this crazy weather pattern.
But first, severe weather season began, guys, just a few days ago with a bang on April the 3rd. This is video from a viewer that we captured from hail pounding their porch in Liberty, Missouri.
That thing's going nuts.
Well, it isn't.
It could be a tornado. It's weak.
Take a look at that. Not quite. This is what we call a gustnado, which forms on a gust front or a cool outflow from a severe thunderstorm. It can still cause some minor damage and get your attention. Well, now let's take a look at some tornadoes, which come in many shapes and sizes. Oklahoma, May 3rd, 1999. One of the worst tornadoes ever experienced was almost 3/4 of a mile wide as it tracked across I-35 just south of Oklahoma City. The strongest wind speed ever recorded on Earth occurred as the storm was moving across Moore, Oklahoma, killing 36 people. Mobile Doppler radar measured 301 mile-per-hour winds, making this one of the strongest EF5 tornadoes ever recorded. Most tornadoes are not this strong. Here's an EF0 tornado, the first tornado caught by Sky Tracker, our helicopter, near Oskaloosa, Kansas. You can see the swirl come out of the woods and into a grassy field, and this weak tornado roped out with a beautiful rainbow as it dissipated a few minutes later, and the reason it ended up white in color is because the sun was actually shining on it. Kansas City was hit by an EF4 tornado on May 4, 2003. Look at the multiple vortex tornado right near the Kansas Speedway and the funnel that rotated up along the east side of this strong tornado that hit Kansas City, Kansas, and then touched down again near Gladstone, Missouri, causing major damage. Tornadoes come in all shapes and sizes and can have wind speeds anywhere from 60 miles per hour in a weak EF0 tornado to over 300 miles per hour in the strongest EF5s. Now, it has been almost 8 years, Jeff, since we've seen our big tornado here in Kansas City, and hopefully it'll be a lot longer. Hopefully it never happens again. Now, you personally, have you ever seen a tornado?
I've lived here for 40 years. I have never seen a tornado, probably experienced 300 tornado warnings, sirens blowing 50 to 100 times. But yeah, I've never seen a tornado. I've barely really even seen a wall cloud.
So it shows you how rare they really are. A lot of you probably haven't seen one, and a few of you I'm sure have. Why do we have tornadoes in this part of the country, or this part of the world, actually?
As well, this is Tornado Alley, and we're in a unique spot in the world. We have the Gulf of Mexico to the south and Rocky Mountains to the west, and it mixes all the air together.
That's right. Those two geographic boundaries are very important. As you can see, the air comes out of the Gulf of Mexico. It meets the air coming down slope from the Rocky Mountains along a dry line and storm systems that come out of the Rockies, and we are in a favorable spot that's called Tornado Alley. We also get what we call wind shear, where southerly winds will veer around to westerly winds aloft, creating conditions like nowhere else in the world. And that's why we live in a spot that has more tornadoes than anywhere. You can say Tornado Alley extends all the way to Tennessee, but really the most tornadoes will be occurring out in the plains near Kansas City. Now, Jeff, tornado frequency, they can happen any time of the day or night.
Any time of the day or night, any state in the Union, but May and June have the most frequent tornadoes because that's when the Gulf of Mexico moisture and the jet stream is the strongest, and the Gulf of Mexico moisture is the most plentiful, and they overlap, and that's when we have the most tornadoes. And last year pretty much held up to that with 290 in May, 428 in June.
Yeah, usually May is a little bit bigger than June. We'll see what happens this year, but May and June are our biggest months, and sometimes in the fall you can see there's another peak there around October. Now, my theory, the LRC basically is what happens. The pattern sets up in the fall, cycles through the winter, and continues to this day right on into summer. Here's one example of the LRC. October 26th, we had a very big storm, the lowest surface pressure area ever recorded inland over the North American continent, and that was on October 26th. Then we go out to 46 days later on December 11th, our first snow fell, another storm right on the cycle. 51 days later, remember the blizzard. All three of these storms right on the cycle, but Jeff, there are other storm systems as well.
That's right, and there are storm systems also that can produce severe weather, and that's why we picked out some dates and calendars, and we're in the middle of them right now.
Based on the LRC, we thought around April 3rd, April 4th would be the beginning of a very active period right through the middle of April, and then that storm we just showed will be coming back around May 8th to 14th. We're expecting a rather significant severe weather setup, and then watch out again May 22nd to June 1st, and then it should all come to an end this summer.
Yeah, May 22nd is my birthday, so I'll remember that one.
That's right. Let's hope not.
Yeah.
EF0s to EF5s, tornadoes range in all shapes and sizes.
That's right. Tornadoes can range in strength from an EF0 to EF5 on the enhanced Fujita scale, and Kansas has had more EF5s than any other state, 14 to date, making Kansas one of the most fatality-prone places in the world, according to the National Weather Center. There were 94 tornadoes in Kansas last year. Missouri had 80.
So let's put these numbers in perspective and look into the science of a tornado and how it forms. Meteorologist George Waldenberger has more on this.
Storm chasers look at forecasts on severe weather just about every day so they can get an idea of where thunderstorms that may produce tornadoes will pop up. They hunt them. It's a tough job because tornadoes are elusive, they're unpredictable, and they move fast. And it's for that reason that there's still much unknown about tornadoes, but scientists are learning. And over the past few years, we're learning more. They're destructive.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Winds can reach up to 300 miles per hour.
Oh, no.
They can happen anytime, just about anywhere. But how much do we really know about tornadoes?
It's a cylinder that sucks up things from the earth.
Essentially just happens as high pressure, I believe, comes over the top and low comes underneath, and no, it's the opposite actually.
There are tornado clouds. They look like biscuits up in the sky. So when there's going to be a tornado, you can often see it.
It just spins around. You'll see debris, kind of spinning up in the air.
While these college students aren't quite sure, scientists have questions of their own.
We know quite a bit. We do, but there are a number of things we don't know about tornadoes as well.
Let's start with the basics. A tornado is defined as a violently rotating column of air. It's the most intense of all atmospheric circulations, and it must touch the ground to be considered a tornado. It hangs from the base of a thunderstorm cloud, but there's certain types of thunderstorms that seem to be the best tornado producers.
And what makes supercell thunderstorms unique is that the entire storm is rotating.
Supercell thunderstorms. They build upwards of 60,000 feet high. Within these towers, strong updrafts can travel over 100 miles per hour, all caused from warm and humid air from near the ground rising through the cold air aloft. If there's enough rotation near the base of the supercell, this updraft takes over.
If you take a tube of rotating air and kind of stretch it, it becomes skinnier, okay, and so it's like an ice skater folding it, bringing in his or her arms. It starts to spin faster and faster.
The result? 1 in 5 supercells produces a tornado.
The question is, why do some supercells produce tornadoes and others don't?
We've got some downdrafts here.
The answer may lie within a downward stream of air in the backside of the storm.
Observational studies point to the importance of this downdraft, that you need this downdraft to instigate tornado formation.
There we go. We've got a tornado.
By circulating air back into the thunderstorm, the downdraft may be able to direct rotation near the surface, playing a large role in tornado genesis. Meteorologist George Waldenberger, NBC Action News. Now, when it comes to severe weather, we have you covered in a number of ways.
Yeah, we're catching up with technology, of course, on air with the television. The moment severe weather is in the area, we are on TV providing the very latest on the threat. And of course, we go online. NBCActionNews.com has just launched TornadoAlleyLive.com. There, you track storm chasers on the road following severe weather and possible tornado outbreaks, plus the chase forecast where you can find out the possible chances for severe weather that day, and so much more. Go to tornadoalleylive.com.
And don't forget about our weather blog on NBCActionNews.com. We provide you with up-to-the-minute updates on the weather pattern in your area. And of course, on the phone, we send out weather alerts at the moment a watch or warning is issued. All you have to do is sign up for those alerts on our NBC Action News website, NBCActionNews.com/alerts.
All right, ever been stuck in a car, out driving, see a tornado?
Well, I usually know where to go, but yes,
yeah, exactly.
It is kind of tricky.
Well, some folks don't know what to do, so what do you do if you're in your car? For years, people have been told to never outrun a tornado, but the American Red Cross and the National Weather Service have different thoughts on that. Here's a look. There's a bit of a controversy brewing behind the wheel. What do you do if you see a tornado while driving your car? Should you get out of your car or try to outrun the twister? The experts agree that if the tornado is far enough away and traffic is light, keep driving. But how do you know if the tornado is moving farther away or getting closer? It might take a moment, but stop and use the horizon. If the tornado's getting larger, it's coming closer. If it's getting smaller, it's moving farther away. If it's crossing the road or crossing the horizon, then you're at a safe distance already. You can stop and let the storm pass. But what if there's debris flying overhead or you're too close to the tornado? This is where the debate begins to bubble. The American Red Cross says to get back into your car. Leave the engine running. Put your seatbelt back on. Now, at this point, you want to crouch down as low as possible and then take a blanket and cover your head and hands to protect yourself from the possibility of flying glass. On the other hand, the National Weather Service has long held the stance that vehicles are extremely dangerous. They say you should exit your car or truck. Try to find the lowest spot possible, like a ditch that's down lower than the road. Get down on your hands and knees. Face first, cover your head. But here's one thing everyone agrees on. Avoid taking shelter under a highway overpass or bridge. They still pose a traffic hazard, and they don't protect you from flying debris. To wrap things up, every severe weather event is different. We have to gauge that threat quickly and respond accordingly. Your car does offer you some protection, but obviously it's not your best choice. You want to find a strong, sturdy building. I'm Brett Anthony.
You're watching Staying Safe in Tornado Alley.
Taste the layers of flavor in Church's new spicier spicy chicken. You'll be the chicken genius at your house when you bring home a 10-piece box of our spicy made fresh all day legs and thighs for only $7.99. Church's Chicken Genius.
Bargain Hunters, it's your kind of garage sale. Limited quantities, once-in-a-lifetime prices. Nebraska Furniture Mart's world's greatest garage sale. Wall-to-wall floor samples, closeouts, special buys, and more. The aisles are packed with specially tagged items that must sell now. This Sealy Queen mattress set, $269. This sofa, $199. A 40-inch LED TV, $779. Maytag laundry pair, $1088. Up to 80% off canceled order, closeout, and overstock carpet. Don't miss these gotta-go bargains now at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
Short on cash? Next time you're short on cash, bring your car title to TitleMax. Need $1,000, $3,000, even $5,000? No problem. TitleMax offers the most cash by charging less, up to 50% less. With TitleMax, approval is fast. Your title is your credit. Bring your title to TitleMax, and you too will say,
I got my title back with TitleMax.
Do you have some free time? What if I told you there is a way to help advance medicine while being compensated for your time? Right now, Quintiles is seeking healthy adults age 18 to 60 taking no medications to participate in a clinical study. Qualified volunteers could receive up to $2,100 for time and travel. Call 913-894-5533 and visit our website, studyforchange.com, for all our available studies. Contact Quintiles today.
Our polymer wall system is absolutely revolutionizing the siding industry and very affordable. Call now.
Sometimes being a chicken genius goes way beyond chicken, like this tasty seafood offer from Church's. Right now, grab an order of our seasoned, crunchy battered shrimp served with our crispy fries for just $3.29. Church's, chicken and seafood genius.
Breaking news, consumer alerts, and the forecast from Kansas City's weather leader. It's all a touch away with the NBC Action News app for the iPhone at NBCActionNews.com.
Welcome back to Staying Safe in Tornado Alley.
Our NBC Action weather team has some of the best storm chasers in the region, and they are now equipped with great severe weather tracking equipment.
That's right, Gary. Leslie and Dean Burton hit the road as soon as severe weather threatens you. They've been storm chasing as a team since 2002. Their first priority is to alert the public when dangerous weather is near them, and this year they have a few more tools to use in that storm chase. Their team is called Intercept Images, and they've added a wind speed indicator, radar system with GPS, and a split screen where they can track the storm and also plan an escape route. They travel hundreds, sometimes thousands of miles, and might not find anything.
You feel like you wasted your time, but then the next day you get up and look at the radar or the Storm Prediction Center, and there's a moderate risk, and you're on the road again driving 500, 600 miles to get in the right position by the right time.
Now you can follow Intercept Images on TornadoAlleyLive.com.
500 to 600 miles chasing storms. Hey, Reed Timmer of Discovery Channel's Storm Chasers came to Overland Park this February, and we saw earlier in the show was in our area chasing April 3rd.
That's right. Timmer showed off their infamous vehicle known as the Dominator. The cast of the show are experts on tornadoes and severe weather across the nation, and he says the job they do isn't just for television.
Storm chasers also help directly in the warning process. There's more storm chasers than ever these days, and it's very difficult for a tornado to go unseen and, more importantly, unreported. Storm chasers are really responsible for increasing that warning lead time by relaying those reports to the National Weather Service and local media. And also through our research, we hope to indirectly benefit people down the road.
Timmer has been chasing storms since 1998, and he is also part of our chaser network on TornadoAlley.com. That's quite a vehicle. I'm just concerned one of these days an EF4 or EF5 is going to come right through that thing.
He gets a little too close to it, perhaps.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Anyway. Well, each storm chaser has their own setup, but as technology improves from storm tracking in our weather center, it also gets better for chasers in the field. Last month, I went to Norman, Oklahoma to brainstorm TornadoAlley.com, and I met with other meteorologists and storm chasers about how this new technology is improving the chase experience.
Even if they don't issue a warning, if people are watching TV and they're like, oh, hey, a tornado, and that's hitting a barn. Oh, wait, I know that barn. That's my neighbor. Oh, no, and they go to the basement. There may not even be a warning on that storm.
Right.
But they knew, and they're safe because of chasers like us and everybody else.
Now let's go over to George and Jeff, who have some important information about preparing for severe weather, guys.
Yeah, when severe weather is a threat, do you know the difference between a watch and a warning? If you don't, you're not alone.
The National Weather Service says 50% of people do not know the difference between the two. But here's how it works. A tornado watch means conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorms and possibly a tornado. A tornado warning means a tornado is expected and you should follow your safety plan immediately. If you are concerned or confused, turn to NBC Action News and we'll keep you advised.
Plus, for added protection, have a weather radio. Sometimes outdoor sirens are too far away and you can't hear them from your home. So we're teaming up with Project Community Alert to get weather radios into homes and businesses in the Kansas City area. Stop by any Price Chopper to pick up one for just $29.95. You can find more information about weather radios on our website, NBCActionNews.com.
When you're at home, do you have a safety plan ready? Here are some tips to make sure you're prepared. Tornadoes strike fast and can inflict major damage in seconds. So it is important for you to know what to do wherever you are without thinking when severe weather threatens. So have a plan. If you're in your house during a tornado, go to the basement first and seek shelter under a sturdy object, such as a workbench or pool table. If a basement is not available, go to an interior room on the lowest level of the house, like a closet or bathroom. Wrap yourself in overcoats or blankets to protect yourself from flying debris. Keep updated with the latest information by using a NOAA weather radio with an alarm. Stay tuned to NBC Action News, and we'll keep you advised.
You're watching Staying Safe in Tornado Alley.
Recently, hailstorms damaged roofs all across the Kansas City area. Red Hammer Roof works with your insurance company to get your repair done quickly, correctly, and easily. Call 816-965-6220 or visit redhammerroof.com now.
Just relax. No tax. Just relax.
We're not protesting. We're celebrating. It's tax-free days at Crowley Furniture.
That's right. No tax till tax day at Crowley Furniture.
From now until April 18th, save the sales tax on quality furniture and bedding.
Living room furniture, tax-free.
Steely mattresses, tax-free.
Leather recliners, tax-free, dude.
Tax-free interest-free till April 18th.
And that's the Crowley Furniture difference.
The NBC Action Weather Team is constantly monitoring Kansas City weather.
Within minutes, severe weather can strike.
And minutes can be the difference between life and death.
As Kansas City's weather leader, we are working with Price Chopper and the Project Community Alert Program by the Metropolitan Emergency Managers Committee to keep you alerted 24 hours a day. The Midland All-Hazard Weather Radio automatically warns you when dangerous weather is approaching your area. Get your radio now at any metro area Price Chopper and team up with NBC Action News.
When you walk through the doors of Avila University, you enter a world that makes you feel welcome. A world that stretches your boundaries. A university that encourages you to become the best version of yourself. You'll discover rigorous learning activities, engaging faculty, and enduring relationships in a vibrant campus and community. All focused on inspiring you to realize your full potential. Avila University, opening doors.
Nebraska Furniture Mart. No one sells electronics better, and no one sells them for less.
The recent hailstorm that hit Kansas City damaged roofs all across our area. Red Hammer Roof is a local company. We'll do the job right, guarantee our work, and be here to back it up. Call 816-965-6220 or visit redhammerroof.com now.
This summer will mark 60 years since Kansas City saw some of its worst flooding on record. But it doesn't take a record-setting flood to be dangerous or even deadly. This is Armourdale on a sunny, cool April day. A lot different than 60 years ago when the entire area was underwater. July 1951, the Kansas River overflowed the dikes, spilling floodwaters into this neighborhood. Art Eichhoff, who owns a hardware store in Armourdale today, was 11 when the floods hit.
My dad had 3 grocery stores down here in Armourdale, and of course, we lived in Argentine up on the hill. We could see the water from our front window, and he lost all 3 stores.
Art remembers scenes like this, pictures we found in a book called The 1951 Flood in Greater Kansas City. The city's stockyards and industrial bottoms were underwater. Phone lines were cut off. Art got a typhoid fever shot as fears of the disease spread.
That was the most painful shot I ever had, and they did it at Argentine High School. And they're just big long lines, everybody crying, and because of pains, they did hurt.
This was an extreme flood, only to be equaled in 1993 when the Missouri River crested at a record level of nearly 49 feet. But it doesn't take an extreme flood to be dangerous. Just look at this flash flood along Brush Creek last June. It's dangerous during a flash flood to try and drive through high water. 80% of flash flood deaths occur in cars or trucks. That's because just 6 inches of rapidly moving water can knock a person down, and just 2 feet of water can float a large vehicle or even a boat. And consider this, 1/3 of flooded roads and bridges are so damaged by water that any vehicle trying to cross stands only a 50% chance of making it to the other side. And 95% of those killed in a flash flood try to outrun the waters along their path instead of heading for higher ground. Now, what would you do if you work in a high-rise building and severe weather strikes? Meteorologist George Waldenberger has some tips to keep you safe.
Every home should have a severe weather safety plan. But what if you're not there? What if you're at work and you work in a place like this? The fact is, even the strongest tornadoes probably aren't going to topple a modern skyscraper like this. But look at all those windows. They could turn into thousands of pieces of flying glass. So here's what you do if you work in a high-rise office building and you get hit with a tornado warning. First off, stay down. Cubicle walls like these can provide a little protection from flying debris. You want to head to an interior room, like a copy room, maybe even a bathroom, but you want to stay away from elevators because if the power goes out, you could be stuck there for a while. Here's your best bet, an interior stairwell. It's an interior room providing protection, but it also can take you down to lower levels of the building. This stairwell is empty now, but in a tornado warning, it'd be full of people. Head slowly downstairs, remain calm, and don't cause panic. Go down to the lowermost windowless level and realize that the lobby of your building may have a lot of windows. If that's the case, go down farther to the parking ramp.
You're watching Staying Safe in Tornado Alley.
Spring into savings now at Jeremy Franklin's.
2010 Chevy Cobalts, Nissan Sentras, and Versas, just $10,971 or $209 a month. Just $209 a month. The area's largest inventory, priced under $12,000.
Only at JeremyFranklin.com.
Michelin, Goodyear, Pirelli, Yokohama, BF Goodrich. You name the tire, we give it to you for less. Who are we? We're the tire stores that beat the price of every other tire store, or we pay you $200. We're NTB, where right now you get $10 off any oil change, as low as $19.99. NTB, tires for less, or we pay you $200. NTB. Proud to Call It Home is presented by Olathe Medical Center, where innovative technologies, precise skills, and compassionate caring serve one specialty, you.
To help you remember our delicious new char-broiled turkey burger, we hired Miss Turkey. To help you remember Miss Turkey, we put her in a bikini. And to help you remember Miss Turkey's bikini, we had it designed with little tiny pictures of our char-broiled turkey burger. And that's just the way it is. The new under 500-calorie char-broiled turkey burger from Hardee's.
Bargain Hunters, it's your kind of garage sale. Limited quantities, once-in-a-lifetime prices. Nebraska Furniture Mart's world's greatest garage sale. Wall-to-wall floor samples, closeouts, special buys, and more. The aisles are packed with specially tagged items that must sell now. This Sealy Queen mattress set, $269. This sofa, $199. A 40-inch LED TV, $779. Maytag laundry pair, $1088. Up to 80% off canceled order, closeout, and overstock carpet. Don't miss these gotta-go bargains now at Nebraska Furniture Mart.
The area's largest inventory, priced under $12,000. Now at Jeremy Franklin.
2010 Impalas, Corollas, Sebrings, only $14,971 or $229 a month. No money down and just $229 a month.
JeremyFranklin.com will make you
another satisfied customer.
This tornado right here, it's coming hard. It's coming down hard. It is right above us. Do you see that? Do you see that? Oh my God, it's ripping stuff apart. This is a tornado, guys. This is a tornado. Oh my God! If you could see that! Oh my God! It landed! Oh my God! Tornado! Tornado!
Whoa, that was in Pennsylvania. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Right
I've never been that excited seeing a tornado before.
I
don't know about that. All right.
8 years ago.
8 years ago.
You saw one.
Kansas City, Kansas.
And you weren't even 15 years old.
No.
Well, he has an excuse. He was a little dramatic, huh?
Yeah, a little bit so. So you have to pay close attention to those if you happen to see one, but you got to follow your safety rules.
Of course. It looked like he was going to the basement at the end of that. So.
he was heading inside.
He was going someplace.
He's going to get a new pair of shorts.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us on our Staying Safe in Tornado Alley special. Watch NBC Action News and log on to our website, NBCActionNews.com, and we will keep you advised.